Okay, we're at the Topeka Zoo where Shannon, the 35-year-old African elephant, back down again today. They're trying to get her back up. We're going to go live here in just a minute. How you doing, Rick? We're having our conference yet? Or has Brendan already talked to him?
No, we're getting ready to.
Okay. So, okay, we'll just keep it here live. Again, you might have heard the story yesterday. We had Shannon, the 35-year-old, 5,500-pound African elephant, was found laying on her side around 7:30 yesterday morning when zoo personnel came. Same situation. They got her up yesterday, and again today they found her back on her side again. So we're getting ready to talk to Brendan Wiley, zoo director. Momentarily, we'll... Yes. Can I get you on live, Brendan?
Sure.
Are you ready? How you doing? Hi, Molly.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah.
Our names have got to stop. One's like, hey, it's me. Not you.
So we are live here on Facebook.
From Bob and Wild.
So,
Brendan's going to tell us what's going on here in just in a moment.
Bob will send him over and send me a link. I just forward it,
Feel like you're ready?
You ready? Yeah. Okay.
Hold
Go
on
ahead, Brendan.
just a second. I'm also going to Facebook all this.
Do you call it fell down?
Well, I mean, we assume that she just laid down.
Okay, elephant.
And then can't get up.
Yeah.
And you would just consider a problem, she's having a problem of getting up by herself.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Can I have you say and spell your first and last name in your
Sure.
title as well?
Brendan Wiley, BrendanWiley, Zoo Director, Topeka Zoo and Conservation Center.
So just first tell me a little bit about what we're doing here today.
Well, today, unfortunately, we're here talking about this because this is day 2 of a medical situation we have going on with one of our elephants. When our staff got here yesterday, Shannon, a 35-year-old African female, was down on her side. And while elephants will lay down to sleep, typically they don't spend extended periods of time on the ground. And what happened yesterday was Shannon just could not get back up. Yesterday, working with a collaboration of staff here at the zoo, the Topeka Fire Department, and Animal Rescue Unit, we were able to get her back on her feet. She seemed to be doing very well through the remainder of the day, into the night, and then this morning at about 6:30, she was back on her side. And so currently we're going through that process again, where through some pretty amazing teamwork, we're able to get straps around her body and then bring in a portable tripod specifically designed to lift heavy weights. And what we're attempting to do is just trying to help her up off the ground in hopes that she can get her feet back under her, that we can continue to try to diagnose exactly what's going on and figure out what type of treatment options we have for her.
And she's the youngest elephant.
She actually is our youngest elephant. She's 35. She's a very unique elephant, unique personality. One of her hind legs is a little shorter than the other. We had kind of anticipated as she got older that she's the one that we would see health issues with, but we haven't been able to actually determine what this current issue is.
And so is this normal for this to happen? I mean, it's been less than 24 hours since it happened last night. Is that normal?
There's not a lot of normal per se to compare to. This is actually the first time that I'm aware of that this particular situation has been deployed. About 4 years ago, we started training for this. We knew our elephants were getting older. We knew that it was inevitable that one day we'd come in and find an elephant down that couldn't get back up. So the particular type of training that we pursued was developing that ability to be able to lift an animal no matter where they went down. And it was it was pretty phenomenal what happened yesterday. So you know, it's really about we've taken blood, we're getting results back. They're just not telling us a whole lot that's really definitive that we can act on. And as a result of that, we're kind of treating for a whole bunch of conditions, even though we don't know for sure that she's got them, but we're trying to help digestive processes, we're trying to treat for painful stimuli, just really anything we can do to help her, we're trying to do.
And where are you guys sending those blood samples to?
You know,
like who helps make
yeah.
those decisions?
Some of our samples we can evaluate here. Others go to K-State. You know, with elephants, there's not a huge database to compare to, so we typically take the equine standards and kind of relate our findings to horses literally, and then try to extrapolate out.
And
Brendan, have you talked to any other zoos around? Have they had any similar experiences like this?
You know, zoos stay in close contact, especially zoos that have elephants. We've talked to 3 or 4 different places, you know, along with the staff that work with our elephants are talking to other elephant keepers, other elephant managers. You know, we're even treating for colic, just as maybe this was just a really strange presentation of that. But yeah, we're in communication, following advice, and just got to hope that she gives us the time to really work through this.
And then can you describe to me one more time just kind of like what's going on in there, how they're trying to help her out?
Literally right now, there's a team of people that include our elephant team, other people with the zoo. I'm going to get this name wrong, but what I want to say is the heavy rescue unit of the Topeka Fire Department, along with another agency that's a large animal rescue unit. And what we've done this morning, not unlike what we did yesterday morning, is we have sedated Shannon to allow us to really get closer and work with her in a less stressful situation. We were able to get straps around her body that then we connect to a hoist system that's supported by a portable tripod. And as of about 10 minutes ago, she has been lifted enough so that she's upright, pressure taken off kind of her lungs and other body systems, and in the process of rapidly hydrating her. So that's really the first thing, get her hydrated, and then see what we can do next.
Brendan, how long do you think she was down yesterday and today before y'all found her?
You know, we think she was down for a total of about 10 hours yesterday, and not knowing what time it is, probably about the same amount of time today. That's a lot of time for an elephant to be down. You know, something that is unique about Shannon is she's our smallest elephant, and we actually think that her petite body size has actually helped us with a little bit of advantage.
Because what could happen if they were larger?
You know, the worst thing that can happen is when an elephant is down for too long and they get to the point where they can't get back up. The end nightmare is that they wind up suffocating.
Did she show any signs to you of being in discomfort or anything of that nature?
You know, you can tell that when she can't get back up, she realizes that's not normal, and you can kind of see that that's stressful. We're able to help with that just by administering medications. But you know, it's one of those things where we know at the same time the clock is not necessarily our friend, so we gotta work to get her right as fast as we can.
You think you might have somebody here on a 24-hour basis now till you know for sure she's...
Yeah, you know, and And we did some checks through the night last night. Sometimes the concern with that is elephants are smart, and they know when the slightest thing is different. About 8:30 last night, one of our staff was in to check on her, and she flared her ears. She did a bluff charge, and that's Shannon. You know, that seemed like she was right back to herself. If we can get her through the day-to-day, how we manage her through the night is going to be an entirely different manner this time around.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Hope
you
for the
guys.
best for her, right?
Always hoping the best. There's an incredible team of people giving their all inside. So we're going to hope for the best, pray for the best, and right now it's just about Shannon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, one last thought. Were the other elephants around her as you saw yesterday when you got here?
Last night we actually left her in a room by herself. She had access to the other elephants, but we wanted to make sure she had her own space so that she had free access to food and water, and so it was a little different in that respect. But I mean, you can tell that they know something's going on,
yeah.
And they're paying attention to the situation.
And right now, has she been hoisted up, and they're supporting her with the straps, but they're not letting her be on her own at this point?
That is correct. What we want to do is, she's been hoisted. She's suspended by the straps, and they're big straps to allow kind of her body weight to be well supported. And but she's still sedated.
Yeah.
And that allows us to really do some extra things with her, to perform some extra diagnostics. Before too long, we'll reverse the sedation and see if she can't find that way to support her body weight.
That may be a few hours, though.
It could be.
Okay.
It's one of those things where she kind of dictates the situation. But as you know, we'll take some time to get some more diagnostics done while time allows.
There's just not a lot to go on from previous experience. This is kind of a new thing here.
Yeah, it is kind of a new thing. It's definitely a new thing here. You know, a lot of the modern elephant facilities that have been built over the last few years have been designed with hoist systems in the buildings. This is kind of the leading approach to, well, you know, what if an elephant goes down outside? You know, this type of system accommodates that. So we think it's the first time that this particular system's been used with an elephant, and
Here in Topeka or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Really? And the fire department's the one that has been in here helping today again, right? Topeka
Yeah,
Fire?
the fire department, along with an large animal rescue unit, as part of the Code 3 company, and it's, you know, we've watched the system develop over the last 4 years, and it's an impressive thing to see.
All hands are on deck, we can say that.
Definitely, all hands are on deck.
All right. Well, thank you, Brendan.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Phil.
it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no
All right.
So you said after last night.
So here you heard of the story about Shannon, who we're all thinking about now. You know, she ended up on her side yesterday after being down, Brendan Wiley, zoo director, said, for about maybe 10 hours. And now got her back up yesterday through the work of the Topeka Fire Department. They trained for this eventuality, or this possibility, I guess I should say, not necessarily eventuality, but a possibility to get the elephants up on their feet. And you can see they're looking here somewhat concerned, it would appear, just by their motion, their movements. They're standing real close to the zoo building here, very, very close. There seems to be some concern here of the elephants. Like Brendan said, they're very, very smart, and I've been here many times. I don't think I've ever seen elephants behaving quite like this before. But again, to recap, Shannon, the 35-year-old, 5,500-pound female African elephant, found on her side again this morning, second day in a row yesterday. The crews from the Topeka Fire Department helped to get Shannon up on her feet, and that's how they had her yesterday. Came in again today, checked on her during the evening, but came in again today and again found Shannon laying on her side. Was not able to rise on her own, needed help. So again, she was sedated, and Topeka Fire Department crews again using the portable tripod with the large apparatus were able to get Shannon back up on her feet. She is up on her feet right now, being supported through these large straps inside here of this building. As you see here, the Elephant Building. We're on the east end of the Topeka Zoo, and they're going to keep a very close eye on Shannon from this point forward. We're told things will escalate just a little bit in terms of the care. There was already a heightened sense of awareness to her situation, but as Brendan said, you don't want to change too much regarding the elephant because they'll know things are different, just kind of to keep them as calm as possible. And again, any slight deviation in routine can cause the elephants to become a little bit apprehensive from what Brendan was saying. So they're trying to keep things as normal as possible, but yet keep a closer eye on Shannon as much as is possible. So we are going to sign off now. We have been visiting with Topeka Zoo Director Brendan Wiley here outside the elephant exhibit. We're inside Shannon. The youngest of the 3 elephants here at Topeka Zoo is right now upright. She's being supported after having been found on her side once again this morning. Shannon is being closely monitored, we can say that. And again, we hope and pray for the best for Shannon. Don't know exactly what the situation is with her, and again, they're going to keep a close eye. They're doing as much testing as possible, treating for as many different things as they possibly can at this point. Stay tuned to cgonline.com throughout the day. We'll keep you posted with information as it becomes available. Reporting once again from the Topeka Zoo at Southwest 6th and Gage in West Topeka, this is Phil Anderson for cgonline.com.